How do you become a successful reseller? There's a lot of videos on the internet. I'm not gonna lie and say that they all are horrible, but I will tell you that you guys already know how I feel about a lot of different things. If you guys see me looking this way, it's because I'm actually fixing a listing for one of my clients. But reselling is a art, in my opinion. What I mean by that is I don't think everybody can resell. I see a bunch of fantastic creators that are reselling, whether they're thrifting or whether they are actually people that get distributors and buy in bulk. Reselling is something that is beneficial to all. It is something that is very needed. I feel like everybody should have something they're reselling, especially when it comes to your job. So in order for us to break down, how to build a successful reselling business, we need to talk about why. We need to talk about what you're going through or what your why is in general, because I would be lying to you if I had fancy graphics behind me telling you I'm going to show you how to make $1 billion reselling. It's not how it works. Reselling doesn't end in a fairy tale. It doesn't end in a great result every single time. It doesn't end in every single week you coming up with $1,000. It doesn't guarantee you to make $1 billion. It doesn't guarantee you to be able to quit your job in the first, second, or third year. If I'm being honest, it takes around 5 years for you to even be able to become financially stable with a reselling business. Because see, what ends up happening is you have to learn yourself how you need to learn. Now, I know that sounds redundant. It sounds a little bit creepy, and I just listen, okay? And while I talk, I'm going to be listing some things on eBay so you guys can see me do that as well. So when it comes to like reselling, one thing that I never ever have forgotten is how it took me 6 months to make one of my first profitable sales on eBay. 6 months. It didn't take me a week. It didn't take me a month. I wasn't any special person. I didn't do any special listing. It took me a while, and I remember until this day exactly what product it was. It was the 3.5 jack headphones, the headphones that you put in the iPhone 6. And then if you remember, the iPhone 7 came out, and then they changed it and made it all difficult, right? So, what ended up happening, and what ends up happening a lot, is you get so hype and you're like, oh, I want to make money, yay, right? And I want to become great, and I want to become profitable, and I want to be that person that people depend on, and I want to be the breadwinner. See, a lot of us, we have those thoughts when we list. Don't have that thought. Don't think too much of yourself when you're first starting. And the reason you don't want to think too much of yourself when you're first starting is because it's not going to pan out that way 9 times out of 10. 9 times out of 10, you have a growth learning curve coming, and you need to make sure that you are ready for the downfall, because something is going to happen that is going to hurt you. For me, it was chargebacks, me trying to be a drop shipper, me listening to the drop shipping gurus and them actually failing me, and me realizing it was all a scam. Okay, so that's the first thing, is you have to understand you need a job. Okay, don't quit your job. Don't think that this is something that you could just start and never have to work. That's not the way that reselling works. It's always great to have a job so that you can rely on something, okay? Next, you want to make sure that you have the platforms that you're looking to sell on. Now, I love this talk and this topic because, see, what platforms do you think are beneficial for you to sell on? Right? Do you think that Craigslist is beneficial? I want you to ask yourself, no, right? Because you feel like Craigslist is old. I forgot something, I'm sure. Oh, no, I didn't. You think that Craigslist is old, right? Like, who gets on Craigslist anymore? I agree. And it's the same thing when it comes to platforms in general. I think of the same thing when it comes to eBay, Amazon, Mercari, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, all of these places, including Walmart Marketplace or Walmart Seller Central. Those places are going to get old eventually, and there's going to be something new, but the new thing did not come out yet, and that's good. But you have to realize that all these platforms are trying to reinvent themselves daily, weekly, and monthly. Mercari is one of the best at it because they have seemed to always pull out a new terms and conditions, a new shipping process, a new fees, everything, right? They always seem to do something more, and that's because they're directly competing with eBay. They're not competing with Amazon because Amazon is the big boy. Okay. Now, the reason I would say don't sell on Amazon at first is because Amazon costs money to start. And also, Amazon does not make you a lot of money. And contrary to what people say, Amazon, in my opinion, competes against their sellers. It happened to me. Very, 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 very frustrating when you have somebody competing against you and they own the company or the platform that you're listing on. It's very annoying. Okay, trying to watch my words. Very annoying. Now, when it comes to platforms that I would recommend you to sell on, I would recommend you sell on, in the beginning, eBay and Mercari. Now, I will never forget, it was like yesterday when I was in my store and somebody brought up to me, you should start selling on Mercari. And I didn't believe them. And the reason I didn't want to do it was because you had to actually get a rating in order for you to get your money with Mercari. And that was frustrating. And I didn't like that. And I still don't like it. But one thing I say about Mercari is a very good platform to make small money. Now, you'll be able to build your bread up, but Mercari seems to have like a threshold between when they start asking for invoices and stuff, and it's like $1,000 or $2,000 is where they start asking you for invoices. And that's why when you go to wesply.com, we make sure we keep your invoices no matter what products you get. We keep your invoices in stock all the time. Okay. So you're never ever going to need to get your invoices. Keep that in mind. Okay. That's my wholesale company. Okay. I just had to plug that in, but you want to make sure that you keep your invoices with any products that you buy, whether you're buying it from clearance or whether you're buying from a distributor. Make sure you keep your invoices. Now, if you're buying from somewhere like Alibaba or AliExpress, you have a problem because see, when I remember I went back to them and I asked them for an invoice back in the day, they didn't give me one. They didn't have one and they act like they didn't know me. And guess what happened? My stuff got taken down because see, what Mercari does is they end up wanting invoices. Now, eBay will do this too sometimes, even Amazon. Now, I know I talk a lot of stuff on Amazon. I have sold on Amazon before, and that's the reason I talk the stuff I talk, because Amazon never really gave me a like, hey, this is nice, right? I got to pay for the platform. Plus, I can't list everything I want to list. It's annoying. It's annoying. Like, this is just what it is. It's annoying. So yeah, that's something that you want to really watch out for, and you want to make sure that you have these invoices. Now, if you're somebody listing and selling and you're getting products from a store, keep a vanilla envelope or keep a folder with all the invoices in it. It's just simple as that. Okay. Next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure you're listing on all platforms. Okay. You don't want to just stick to one platform. You want to list on multiple. Now, what I do is, or what I used to do, because now I'm a little bit ahead of that part, is I used to list 10 every single day and revise and take down the ones that aren't getting views. Now, if you're somebody that has posts listed up right now that doesn't have views, let me talk to you real quick. The reason you don't have views is because nobody wants what you're selling. Because what you're selling, whether it's the title, whether it's the description or the price, isn't working. So revise that thing. Don't just let it sit there. Change it up, switch things up. Do not be those people that are stuck in the old days thinking that you just sit it there and it's just going to last. Now, the rule that I have is what I do is I'll list 10 products up every single week. On Sunday, I have a certain day. Okay. Now I have 2 certain days. I have a revising day and I have a shipping day. Now, a lot of people, they work days or weekends, they work a lot, right? And they don't have a bunch of time to go to a post office. Now, that's why we have eBay automation, where we list, ship, and provide products for you. You get an assistant. And the way that you can get eBay automation, of course, is going over here to Hustlertaughtme.com, clicking hire us, go to store automation. I have a whole video about it. It's where you hire assistant. We provide the products for you. You keep 100% of your profit. We don't take your profit. It's $250 a week. There's no commitment. You can cancel whenever you want. $200 goes towards products, and then the $50 goes towards your assistant. Your assistant is going to get the products from our warehouse, and they work for you 24/7. Okay. But right, if you are somebody that is looking to scale your business and you're trying to make money on a consistent basis, you need to make sure that you abide by these 2 days. Okay. Because these 2 days are what get people stuck. Some people work all the time and they don't have time to go to the post office. That's why you need to make sure on every eBay listing, you have 3-day business handling. Why? Because this allows you 3 days prior to whenever they brought it to ship the product. Within those 3 days, you just find a way to the post office and you actually can get your money and a good rating, obviously. Right now, customers are going to try to push you. They're going to try to make you do it sooner, but you let them know on the post. I make it very clear that it's 3 days handling. That's it, right? There's no in, ifs, or buts about it. That's what it is, okay? And you just stay to your P's and Q's. Don't let people knock you off your pedestal or let people pressure you, right? But the next day you want to have, I do it on Sundays, is my revising day, where I actually look at all my listings and I'm revising listings that aren't selling. Now, if you have listings that aren't selling, they don't need to stay up. You need to revise them, which means you need to edit them and make them better. Okay, you make them better by going to eBay, right? Let me show you. You make them better by going to eBay and then hitting the sold tab and then looking at what's sold recently and then just copying what's sold recently, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if it is broke, you need to change it. And a lot of people are selling really, really well daily, and it is not the platform that's the problem, it's you. It's time for you to understand it's not the product that's the problem, it's you. So you need to address the fact that you're listing it the wrong way and just fix it. All right, guys. So that is how you can literally start reselling. I would recommend eBay and Facebook. And I recommend you doing it right now. If you don't have products, make sure you guys go to my website, man. Tap in with your boy. Go to wesply.com. I'll hook you guys up. All you got to do, right? Let me show you. All you got to do is hit this contact us button and you can build your own order. You can build your own order. You can talk to us and you can make sure that you get what you want. We have clones, we have audio, speakers, gadgets, headphones, speakers, gadgets, headphones, chargers, battery packs, solar chargers. We have a bunch of different things that you guys can make money with, and all the products on the website are trending. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.